How you doing? So unfortunately, Mr. Sinister is broken. However, if you do update the game, he will be nerfed. I mean fixed. I meant to say fixed because that's what Kabam likes to say. So I believe if you do update the game, he will be the nerf version of Mr. Sinister, which is unfortunate, but that's the way he is supposed to be in the game, to be fair. So basically, when it comes to charging a heavy attack, his vicious passive is supposed to increase the damaging debuffs by 30%. But the game, supposedly, his damaging debuff is increasing it an extra 100%. So basically, when you charge your vicious passive, charging a heavy attack, it doubles the damaging debuff instead of just increasing it by 30%. And Kabam has mentioned it, so let's take a look at it. As you can see here, Kabam, I mean, Kaskam, really that's what they are. You know, they try to trick you by putting it towards the end of the bug fixes they have to do. And, you know, of course, what's the most place where you have to hide it? Towards the end, but not towards the end, because where do people look at when it comes to text? Of course, the very first paragraph and the very last paragraph. So they put it pretty much towards the end, but just not quite second to the last. So basically, fix an issue in which vicious effects incorrectly had their potency set to 100%. So basically, that's what Mr. Sinister is doing. He's doing more damage than he's supposed to be intended. Quotation marks, supposed to be doing. So let's take a look at some gameplay, what I mean. So this is basically the broken gameplay. So if you're wondering what a broken champion looks like, take a look at this. Keep in mind, I'm not running boost. I am running damage mastery, however, and I only have 7 charges. He can get up to 10 charges here. So let's just see how fast he can take down this almost 550,000 health Hulk, by the way. Keep in mind also, this is a 6-star and there's already 7-star rank 4, Mr. Sinister. So let's take a look at it. Let's see how fast that was. 18 seconds. That is pretty fast for a 6-star. Not even fully max charge. Okay. And I'm not running boost either. So that is insane. That is crazy fast. So let's take a look at some video. Again, look at how much thick he's doing. So this is a really good shot right here. Let's see if I can do it. There you go. So here. So basically, this is how much degen he's doing per second. So 37,355 every half a second. So per second, it's about almost 75,000 damage per second on the degen. That is insane. So when it comes to his ability, he does this for 6 seconds, and you can pause it too. But even without the pause, so 75,000 times 6 seconds is a roughly, it's exactly 450,000, but a little less than that, okay? 450,000 with a 6-star, without boost, okay? I do have the Apocalypse Energy, but I don't have, as you can see, I only have 7 charges. 400 with a one special one. This is one special one from a 6-star. So unfortunately, you're not going to see this damage once you update the game. So this is pretty much what you expect a 7-star rank 4 is going to do when it comes to the degen potency. So, but really it's only the degen potency that's going to be affected, or the damaging debuff potency will be affected, but nothing else. So 18 seconds for 7-star rank 4 is really not even that bad. It's, you know, without max ramp charges and without boost for pretty much 550,000 health. Keep in mind, his basic attacks will be higher as a 7-star rank 4, and his special attacks damage will be higher as well. You know, so the only thing that's going to be pretty much what you'll see here on this gameplay is what the degen would be from a 7-star rank 4 nerf version, okay, if you update the game. So this fight could have been at least, you know, a second faster, maybe 2 seconds faster. It could have been a 16-second fight, this fight, if you're using a 7-star rank 4 with the nerf version. So it is unfortunate, but if you're wondering what a broken champion looks like, this is what it is. What I'm really gets me upset is I'm not really too upset about the decreasing his damage. nerfing his damage. But once it's a pro, for players, anything pro player, Kabam will just like, oh, that's a pro player, we gotta nerf it. But when it comes to his regen from his signature ability, it's still not working, and they haven't fixed it. And it's been what, almost a year since his buff came out, and they still haven't fixed his regen from his signature build, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But again, it's only the degen passive. So let's take a look at a gameplay against Robot. This is already in my channel. Let's see. And keep in mind, I didn't even have. I only have 3 charges with Mr. Sinister in this time, and I forgot to use the Horseman ability. So this could have been easily 1 second faster, if not 2 seconds faster. Okay. So this is against a robot. I talked about this video, can Mr. Sinister take on robots? So this is a 6-star, by the way, and this will be the nerf version, basically, because the vicious passive only affects against opponent that he can inflict degen on or damaging debuff. In this case, he cannot inflict degen debuffs on the robot. So this is pretty much what the nerf version will look like when it comes to Mr. Fantastic. And keep in mind, this is a 6-star with only 3 charges and without even the Horseman ability. So this is a pretty good fight. I think it's pretty fast fight, even though this will be pretty much a nerf version of Mr. Sinister. This is, what is it? 547,000 health in 33 seconds. Yes, I have synergies. I'm running damage to mastery, blah, blah, blah. And I have Professor X as well with 4 charges. But you can see how much damage he can do. Okay. And with only 3 charges and without boost. So, again, it's unfortunate he's going to get nerfed. But really what I'm sad about, let's go to the game. Again, I'll say it again. So, as I already mentioned, when it comes to his vicious passive, is doing supposedly 100% damage extra instead of just 30% extra. What really upsets me when it comes to his signature ability from his regen, it's not working, okay? And Kabam has mentioned it, they could nerf it. So anything that's pro player, like this increased vicious passive that was 100%, is gonna get nerfed and when you update the game. Okay, I haven't updated the game, but when it comes to his regen, it's been almost a year since this guy has got buff and it still doesn't work. So it's really unfortunate. When it comes to pro player, it's like it gets nerfed instantly. But anything that benefits Kabam, where it's not a pro player, like it comes to his regeneration rate not working from his signature ability, they don't care about it, which I'm really just kind of makes me upset about playing this game. I don't even know if I still want to play this game because of that, you know. Maybe I'll stop, I'll take a break, rethink about playing this game if I still want to play it. I definitely, you know, think about once they fix Mr. Sinister's regeneration rate, I might come back again. I don't know for sure, but that's something to motivate me for sure. If they actually fix him the way he's supposed to be when it comes to his buff details. Thank you.